The funny thing is actually, especially the more times I do this stuff, the easier it is for me to actually get hit on the very easy ones, because I end up being like, oh, I know what I'm doing. And then horribly not knowing what I'm doing. So let us try not to rush too horribly, and not be too arrogant. I'm like, hey, I know what I'm doing. Because, like, exactly in this situation, it's like one of these is gonna have to be a thing. And I don't see any easy way of figuring it out here. Let's try and logic it, but as you've seen before, my logic is always wrong on it for some reason. Every single time. I can see multiple solutions, but I have no idea how to know which one is the correct solution. Although there's probably something I'm missing that's blatantly obvious. But so if anybody has any tips or tricks on how to successfully figure out, like, this is going to be the solution for this thing or whatever, I definitely want to hear those. But yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because I'm like, I just don't know what logic I'm missing. Like, I can figure out where they're probably supposed to be. But I'm like... And I've even looked stuff up, and people are like, well, it's obviously here. And I'm like, but how do you know that? Okay. I'll just try and take my best guess then. Thank you. It's good to see you again, Weevo. True. It is the highest chance. I'm just gonna kind of look around and make sure that that makes... I mean, it probably does make the most sense. Okay. We good. I guess that's kind of what you have to do, though, is just, like, take a stab in the dark. Like, the best educated stab in the dark. The good thing with this is at least it tells you it did or did not need to be a guess if you do get hit, but I'm like... There's been times where I'm like, I have no idea how that did not need to be a guess. Okay. So for this, we've got 3 monsters left. So let's try and use that to figure it out. To me, the most obvious would be here. True. 75, not 775% chance to survive. Yes. That's a good point. Well, we've also got this 2, which, like, there has to be one here. Like, there has to be. So that has to mean that one of these 2 is safe. Because, like, it touches all of these. So, yeah, okay. Noise. Okay, and then that has to be, Thank you! I try so hard in these games. Just like, but why? That one at least worked out. Okay, I've got 1 monster left. So it basically, like, has to be in the overlap spot. So it more or less has to be here. Because that's, like, the only spot that everything overlaps and works. Yeah, okay. We good. I'll get there one day. Oh, nice. Okay. Why is it flashing? Oh, I guess because I can... So it's telling me I can make progress over here. Okay, I appreciate that. So... There's gotta be some way of figuring this one out. So the one only affects those ones. I'm just marking these for temporary figuring out. And then this one could legit be like here or here, I think. No. Because that wouldn't leave that one with enough. So I guess I cut... I don't know if this is my brain tricking me, but I feel like this one at least has to be a monster. For everything to be able to touch the way it is, especially with this being... Because, like, if it's here... I mean, I guess it could be... Well, no, it can't because that's... So, like, regardless of which one's there, I feel like that... I really feel like that one has to be a monster. It doesn't help me ultimately, but... I mean, I guess kind of that. Okay, actually, maybe that was true. Maybe I'm better at this than I give myself credit for. Okay. Nice. Perfect. I don't have a lot of coins, so let's skip over the shop for now. Okay. Over here, yeah. Because, I mean, this one has to be both of those. I probably shouldn't have used my focus on that. That wasn't too hard to figure out. So theoretically, here does work. Here does work. Yeah, starting at a corner isn't necessarily bad either. It's probably better. I've found with this game that it tends to open a larger chunk if you start in the middle, but it's probably corners is better. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that that isn't one as well. I mean, it kind of does though, doesn't it? Because even if it's either of those ones, yeah. Okay. Okay. You're saying it was a personal strategy that didn't always work out. That makes a lot of sense too. Although, from what we've seen, my personal strategies don't always work out either. This one is like 90% all of the, like, 3 out of these 4 is definitely a monster. My brain tells me silly stuff when I'm doing this, though. Like, my brain is telling me it's these ones. But that's probably wrong. Wait, those ones? Definitely that one. Yeah, I think those ones is the one. Yeah, see, that was wrong. My brain tells me silly things. So at least we know that that's one of the monsters. I don't... Oh no, I can use those. I should have probably used that before. I guess with this, though, it could be theirs. Frick. I really shouldn't click those until I've, like, verified that that's actually where I'm wanting to click. Okay, so that's obviously a monster. We know that. Okay, some progress. I think some of it is I basically just need to actually take the time to think about it properly. So that one, obviously, we need one in here somewhere. And I think maybe some of what I do as well is I assume because of the overlap that it has to be like that, but it doesn't have to be like that. It's just, like, it could be 2 separate monsters fulfilling that scenario as well. It's like, for instance, with this one, like, this could be over here somewhere for this too. It doesn't have to be, like, 2 here or something to fulfill it. Yep. I'm so bad at that. Ooh. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. At least this bit's not too bad here. Ooh, treasure chest. I always die rich in these games. Okay. Let us wait till we're actually stuck before I do anything with the mastery. Yeah, because that didn't open up much, unfortunately. This isn't a great start. Although, I mean, I guess between all of these... Yeah, I picked the wrong corner, very much so. It was clearly this corner I should have picked. I know, right? I should get grid. I'm sure there's a way to logic my way out of this one, but I'm not sure what it is. And And I don't want to use this yet because it's just going to be like, well, use it over here. It's like, well, this doesn't point me in any directions. It's just like, I'm still stuck. I feel like basically with this though, because like obviously these two. So that means, yeah, okay. But that still doesn't help me. I was like, I feel like this one's got to be open, but yeah, that's still not helpful. But I guess that means that one of these has to be in a corner position here. Well, or both of them even. Because, like, this one could be anywhere here. What do I have for items? Right, I just make meat more. I mean, I basically just have to take a stab in the dark. I just don't see any way to, like... Ha, okay, that worked. Ah, okay, got lucky. Next time I'll pick a better corner. Nice. I'll take that one. Okay. We're kind of like getting into the harder positions here. This is where I'm going to use my mastery. Over here. Okay. Yeah, because 2 of the 3 are obviously going to be monsters. Okay. There's got to be a way to figure this one out. So, like here, you mean? And just so I understand, what makes this one safe? Or just that it's most likely to be safe there? True. Because, like, especially on this side... Yeah, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. So one of the, or 2 of these, and this seems like the one to pick away at. That has to be a monster, doesn't it? Because if it was here... No, wait. Am I screwing that up? Yeah, I think I am. Okay. Because we've got one there. I really shouldn't be talking with my hand over my mouth either. I'm just thinking, so I'm doing that. Okay. My brain is breaking slightly right now. Okay, So this one, the 2 is touching that. So one of these two is it. One of these two is that. And then with the 3... Because it could be all 3 of these, which would... But... so that would mean that would be it then. So, like, it could be like that, technically. I mean, that's the obvious, easy solution for that corner. But... Too many? Oh, yeah, because that's not a... right. Yeah, that would be a 4. That one, though. That would work. No, that wouldn't work with the 2, though. We don't know about that one, though. I really feel like the monster's probably here, but again, I'm always wrong on these feelings. Like, that to me is the easiest solution. Because then that's a 2. That one we don't know about yet. It would have to be like down there or something. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So confirmed that one is definitely a monster then. That's good. And I do at least have the item that gives me a little bit more hearts. Well, guarantees 1 additional heart drop per stage, which is pretty nice. There's like a hell of a lot of 2s in a row here. So for it to be the most logical... That would satisfy both of those. But we don't necessarily know that that's true. That makes more sense with the 2s. Because then that one's completed. That means this one would need one somewhere. That also means this one would have to not be here, so it would have to be here. So this one would have to be one of these 2 spaces to fulfill both of those. I'm just gonna... Okay. Okay, cool. That is correct, at least. Good. Okay, yep. Cool. Oh, no! Oh. Sadness. It's like your run is doing too good. It actually doesn't hurt anywhere yet. Thankfully. Cool. So with that one, it has to be that, and then we're good. Nice. Progress. And thank you very much for the helpful tips, because it's like, I'm not necessarily looking for the answer. I just really want to learn on this game, because I understand some of the principles, but I've tried to Google strategies with Minesweeper, and it gets very complicated, and I don't necessarily understand why it's like, why would this one work when this one doesn't? And like you said, sometimes you just have to take a guess. Glacial. Quadrant of frozen cells. Okay, that sounds exciting. Ah, there's the frozen cells, I guess. Let's there. Oh, that was a pretty good. Ooh, what was that? Oh, cankers, I guess? Don't click the cankers, obviously. They hurt you. What is this? Never trust a sign, thanks. So I guess if you leave the whirlpools longer, you can get better stuff from them? Okay, so I can't do anything with those right now. That's obviously that. And then that. Okay. That's a good point, actually, because I was obviously specifically looking up strategies for Minesweeper. But yeah. Because I was kind of looking at it from the perspective of like, well, if you got these numbers, there's obviously got to be some logical way of figuring out that this is how you should proceed with it. But that's a good point, because we don't necessarily know what the rules are, because I'm sure in those situations with Minesweeper, it's like, well, if you see these numbers, your monsters are going to be placed like this. And I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just like, well, you've got these numbers. Obviously, people know somehow it's supposed to be placed like this. I'm just not aware of it. I mean, I don't even have anything that charges with mana, so I guess there's no point in doing that. Yeah, that's a good point. So you've played a lot of, like, Minesweeper, just Minesweeper, I assume not this one? Like, that's... So you're more Minesweeper strategies that you're aware of? Just to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying. With this one, that has to be all three of those, doesn't it? Yes. Really wish I could do something with the frozen ones. I mean, the easiest thing here is like if I put something here, that'll satisfy everything. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's not like you're like master of Minesweeper or something, because I was like, you must be so frustrated with me. I don't know in these situations if it's best to take the most obvious answer of like this one. It does satisfy everything though. And like you've said before, I'm full health. Nope. Okay, thank you. The last thing I ever want when I'm streaming is someone to be watching me and just like massively frustrated with my idiocy. Because it's like, I've watched some streamers before and you're just watching them and you're like, I need to buy this game because I know I can be so much better at this game than you can. So it's like, I never want to do that to someone. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. I don't think that's overly useful for me right now, but you know, it's something. That's obviously one. It's so hard to make sure I'm not clicking one of these guys. Nice. That was actually extremely easy. Except for the random cankers. Nice. Oh my gosh, they stick around? Hey, tech. Exactly. Okay, I've got 2 shops. I might as well visit one and... Oh, man. I don't have a familiar. Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. How are you doing, Tech? Automatically discharge when damage reduces your life to 1. That sounds like really useful, especially as a beginner item. But increasing your chance to find treasure chests also sounds cool, and I can't afford both. Should I be smart or hopeful? Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, I'm not going... By no means am I going to be able to be perfect at stuff. But I would much rather try hard to make sure that I'm not just being oblivious and dumb about stuff. More chest, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the one that I want as well, because it's like, you can find cool stuff in chests. Okay, let's do chests. Plus I haven't had any of these, so hey. Or a mimic. I don't think there's mimics in this game. I really hope there's no mimics in this game, because mimics I absolutely hate. So much. Okay. I don't think I need to no, I don't. Okay. My brain is telling me it can't be this one. But it probably can be, and it's just like... Good, I'm really glad. I hope your work hasn't been too crazy this week. Oh, and Weevo, another thing that really frustrates me is when someone, and yes, I'm chatting to chat, but when someone is paying so much attention to chat that they're just absolutely ignoring the game that they're playing. And it's like, but you're playing a game. It's like, please play your game. I'm here to watch you play the game. And oh dear, that's not good. What kind of curveball? Hopefully nothing too major? I feel like there's got to be something that I can figure out here. Yeah, I remember that. I mean, this area has the highest chance of me not really finding a monster. Nice. Successful stab in the dark. That's 50-50 now, so I don't really want to risk that. Yeah, that drives me crazy as well. It's just like, I'm here to watch you play the game. I understand that, like, interacting with chat is a good thing for, like, increasing your stream. But, nice, okay. It just drives me crazy. Your last client that I just got done at a few minutes ago knew them. They asked me if it was the same Brandon that helped them out. Oh, interesting, okay. I assume it probably was, though? Oh, nice. Yeah, that is weird. And yeah, Weeva, one of the things that I actually deliberately do is when I'm starting my stream, because, like, it also drives me crazy when people are streaming and they're, like, sitting on the launch screen of the game for, like, forever. And it's like, please just play your game. So when I'm starting up my stream, I, like, jump in right away, because I'm like, I don't know, it's one of my weird pet peeves. I'm like, please just play your game more. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't lie about what you're doing. You're saying that you're playing a game. Play the game. It's like, it's fine if you chat a bit, but, like, there should still be progress going on, right? And yeah, small towns are very bizarre that way. This is getting a little hectic with these cankers. Oh dear, it's a 5. Okay. But that at least means that's easy. That's okay. So that wasn't that bad for a 5. I wish there was some way to lessen my cankers. There's just so many. Yes, it's Minesweeper, but it's a roguelite Minesweeper. So, for example, I have an ability down here so that if I die with more than 300 points, I can come back. And it'll also, it's like the newbie talent thing. It'll tell me where's easier to make progress as well if I'm kind of stuck. And then, like, you can have items to help you out or hinder you, as the case may be. It's an interesting take on Minesweeper. I've actually played it a fair bit. It's just Potato. Yeah, it's Potato's one of those ones that, like, I don't actually know a lot about. I've heard the name so much, but I don't know a lot about it. But I'm not against playing it. Ah, oh, frick. Am I able to feed you? If I feed you all of my foods, then I get rid of that. Nice. Now I don't get more cankers at least. That sounds funny. Is there a reason that you're a potato or you're just a potato? Okay. Nuke launchers. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, also, I should mention, because I'd mentioned it earlier, but this is the last weekend that I'm streaming for several weeks, for the, like, pretty much the rest of August, because I'm going to be away after this. So apologies for the break, but I'm not going to be streaming for the rest of August. I'm going to be away. Well, sucks to be you, Tech. It's already booked. I don't really have the option to back out. I know, this was booked, like, long before I started streaming, so I apologize. There's gotta be, like, a night. This is probably a good. Okay, yeah. Thank you. It should be, like, really cool. Oh wait, I could just open that up. I didn't even realize that. Okay. So that's actually why I haven't been posting as many videos on my YouTube as I usually did, because, just to make sure there's nothing left to pick up. Because I've been kind of trying to stockpile them a little bit for while I'm away, so that I've still got some content coming out. 27, I don't think that's quite enough to go into a shop, but Volcano's next, so let's try. Gain bones equal to your mastery charges at the start of each stage. I don't have an ultimate ability yet. Into a landmark. Nice! That'll be great. I don't know the point of a landmark. I don't know if I can do that with a... Oh, you are completely correct. I might as well. I wasn't even paying attention to the number. I just kind of assumed I didn't have enough coins for it. I could at least figure out what the landmark thing does. Nice. And yeah, I'm sure you miss your PC so much. What do you do? Dolls? I mean, I don't have 25 coins anyways. I don't know what a doll... I mean, I know what a doll is, but I don't know what a doll is. Yeah. I also absolutely love the music in this game. I said this when I hit this level last time, but it's so cool. I love the music. It's the kind of music that's like, even if I died and I've come back to the stage, I'm like, yeah, I'm back here. It's like, I don't mind if I've had to die to get back or whatever. Exactly. Oh no. Oh great, okay, well at least I haven't found that many 6s, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, believe me, I'm totally gonna pay you back. Okay. This is an easy way to pick away at it, at least. Okay, and then that's obviously one. Okay. So at least that bit taken care of. I mean, obviously that's the easy answer on what they are. No? Because I imagine it's... Yeah. That's what I was gonna say, is it's like, it's probably these two somehow instead. Because I guess with it having to satisfy the 2s... Well, maybe not... And thank you, Tech. I really appreciate that. Oh, actually... yeah. Okay. But it does have to be that one, doesn't it? Yeah. I just hadn't opened up that bit. So at least that confirms that. Okay. I think I'm going to... I'm gonna have to set up a whole bunch of, like, new socials, because, like, they're all my my personal ones. And I'm trying not to just like immediately dox myself. Okay. Okay, so with this one, it's these two. Oh, okay. That's good to know. And sorry, I'm probably going to be slow replying right now. I'm trying to log check this one out. I also have a lot of monsters left, so I unfortunately can't use that to help me out. So basically I've got... So that would work, or I have that there. Sure, yeah. Again, I always appreciate the help. And then it can't be there, so it would have to be there. So I think those are the two possible placements on this. Is there a reason that that doesn't work? Sure, thank you. No, I don't see a reason why either of those wouldn't work. Wait, that one doesn't have enough. Yeah, that is wrong. You're absolutely right. Because this one doesn't have enough that way. It basically has to be that, I think. Yeah, okay. That's why I do like my weird little circly thing, because it helps me like narrow it down to like these are the ones that are touching it. Like most of these are like one of them is not gonna be. And also I guess with these, because we've already got one here. I mean, I don't know what this one is. Could very well be a thing, but... Okay, so if I do those, then that one's satisfied. Then that would need to be like either... No, it can't be either of those. It would have to be that one. That's the only way those would work. Or if I did those... No, because that doesn't work because of that. Okay. So basically with this, for it to make any sense, it can only be one of these two. So that means it's guaranteed gotta be all of those. And then, I mean, the easy thing, I think, is if it's there, they're all satisfied. Because that's 2, that's 2. Okay. Correct. Good. Ah, that was close to a canker. Careful of those. Spellbinder was here. No idea who Spellbinder is. Or was. If they've left a sign in Minesweeper, it might be was. Okay, so that's obviously one. Try to be careful of these things. Okay. Okay, that's all of those. I'm surprised it worked out too. I was sitting there and I was like, my brain was breaking slightly and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope this actually makes sense. Human avatar. Okay, I've got 17 coins. I think it's probably better to continue still. What is... Gazillionaire. Well, that ain't happening anytime soon. Apologies. Electric wilds. What does electric mean? Stage contains electric cells twice as potent. Interesting? This sounds ominous. Oh, come on. Well, it's okay. I don't have any armor anyways. I also haven't tried this. I'm gonna try this, I guess, on a... That did nothing? Okay. Okay. Obviously a thing... Ooh, dears. Okay, I can click these things without any issues as well. I was concerned about clicking on them. I guess these are like little tumbleweeds. Okay, that is definitely a thing. Nice. Fossil's fully charged. I don't really get the point of the fossil though. It probably is something that needs to be exposed for it to work though. It's so dangerous clicking. Okay, Twitch. So one of these things, but this one is obviously, yeah, so that has to be. That is obviously a thing. That is. Ooh, nice gem. Maybe next time it's actually worthwhile stopping by a shop. Cool. Okay, got that section cleared out at least. Thank you. Okay. Okay. It's right in the corner, just exactly like you like Weevo. At least a lot of the time the corners do tend to be safer, but like, not always. It's hard to click with these things. Okay, I'm gonna have to logic that corner a bit. I'd rather pick away at everything I can pick away at first, though. Okay, but this one I can click on. That doesn't have anything yet. Okay, I think that's the vast majority of everything I can... I'm really, really glad that you actually find it engaging. This is one of those games that, like, I personally enjoy playing, and I've played off and on for, I think, more or less since it came out. But it was one of those ones that I was like, I don't know that anybody's gonna actually enjoy watching me play it, because it's just Minesweeper. And it's like, I guess I also don't assume that I'm necessarily the most... I mean, I'm just starting out. Like, I don't assume that I'm necessarily the most engaging streamer yet. Okay, let's try this. Okay, it does think over here is... Okay, tech. Does think over here is the best one to start with. Pretty much, yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Honestly, my bet is that one, just because that's fulfilled, that's fulfilled, that's fulfilled, and it's, as far as I can tell, there's no good way to... Nice, okay, that actually worked. Still don't get to find out what landmark does yet. Dang. One of these days I'm gonna have to make a mistake to figure it out. Okay. More logicking. I mean, I guess with this I can also take a bit of a risk, because again, like you've said before, with a 1... It's not likely, and especially with the setup on it, I feel like it's very unlikely to... Well, I mean, it could, and then it fulfills both sides. Because it could be, like, that, I think. And that has that. That's that. Nope, that's missing one. So it can't be, like, that exactly. That could potentially work, though. But... I don't know. Okay, that actually... Risk paid out. That one I'm gonna have to figure out. Okay, so we've got 4 monsters left in a fairly small area. How can we place 4 monsters in here that it works? I should be able to figure it out from this, I think. Because we've got... That has to be one of these 2. And because of the placement of that, it doesn't really matter which one it is. I don't think. In my brain, it doesn't. We've got one here that we need to put. Obviously, between these two, there's one monster here. But then, because we've got 4 monsters, it's likely that it's going to be here so that we can fit 4 in. So it's probably going to be 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Spot above, monster between 2 and 3. So here? Spot above. Yes. Perfect. It did seem likely to me that it was probably going to be safe, especially because it didn't... I mean, I guess it wasn't guaranteed, but it was like it didn't necessarily have a lot that it was affecting, if that makes sense. Which I don't think it does, because it does technically touch them. I really think that's going to be a monster. Because I think it's essentially like 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here that I'm having to like figure out how the positioning works. So with this having a 2, it's either of these ones. Did I just click a canker? I think I did.